morning, pre-K. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2020. So here we have the number 20, and if you look to the right, my right, we see it again, and we see it again. 20, 20, 20. Today is April 20th, 2020. Today's weather is cloudy and it will reach 54 degrees. So if we get outside for some air today, definitely have to wear a little jacket and bundle up a little bit. And we begin a new unit today. So we know that when we read stories, we look at the pictures for clues, like little detectives, excuse me. So I use the color green for the morning greeting. If you look behind me, you can see a drawing. And if you look here, I have a bowl of fresh fruit. So what do you think our new unit is going to be about? Plants. Plants. And we're going to start with the parts of a plant today. We're going to talk about what a plant needs to grow, and we're going to talk about the parts of a plant that we eat. So let's start here, okay? I drew a nice bright pink flower. I love the color pink, but we know that all plants don't look the same, but they have the same parts, and their parts function in a way to help the plant grow. So first we have the flower, and on this particular drawing we have bright pink flowers, and in the center we have the seeds. The seeds continue the plant life cycle. The flower makes the seeds. So when we plant a seed into the ground, that's the little part of the seed that grows into a seedling and eventually becomes an adult plant. So here we have the stem, and the stem works almost like a little straw. Do we see that? The way it's shaped? The stem anchors the plant into the ground, so it holds the plant up straight and it holds it into the ground so it doesn't flap over. But it also carries water and food through the plant, just like a little straw. The leaves, they have a special job too, because a plant makes its own food. So a leaf absorbs sunlight and carbon dioxide to make food for the plant. So take a deep breath in with me. Blow out the candle. What we're breathing out is carbon dioxide. So that's what a plant is taking in. So plants help us and we help plants. Plants give us nice fresh air. They filter the air, they give us nice fresh oxygen, and they use our carbon dioxide to make food. And last we have the root. What do we think the root does? It's below the ground. The roots absorb the water from the soil. They also help hold the plant into the ground because as the roots grow, they spread almost like a little web, and they hold the plant into the ground also. So we have the seeds, the flower, the leaf, the stem, and the roots. And later on in the week, I do believe Mrs. Nielsen is going to start a little plant project with a bean, so you'll be able to see the stages of a plant. But I have a little printout here, so we're going to talk about what plants need. Plants need sunlight, that we know, soil, and water. So plants need all of these things, but different varieties of plants have different needs. Some plants require more sun, some plants do better in the shade, some need a lot of water, and some plants survive with just a little bit of water. And if you think hard enough, I'm sure you can come up with some ideas of what kind of plants we're thinking about when we say the plants that need a little bit of water. I'll give you a hint. They grow in a hot, hot, hot climate where there's not much greenery, it's not much water, it's very, very hot during the day, and it's cool at night. Okay, So plants need sunlight, soil, and water. And I'm sorry, Mrs. B printed out some things and they came out a little wonky, but we're going to talk about all the parts of the plant that we eat. Okay, so this came out a little silly, but the stem. So this is the stem, and we do eat parts of plants that grow from a stem. Celery, asparagus, leeks, and green onions. Mrs. B likes all of those things. You guys at home might not be too fond of asparagus, leeks, and green onions, but I do like them. Anyone like celery? It's nice and crunchy. I like to dip in peanut butter and dressing. So we eat also flowers. Did you know broccoli was the flower part of a plant? Cauliflower is a flower, and if we listen to the name, cauliflower. And an artichoke, that's a flower. We know we eat lots of fresh fruit. Apple is a fruit part of the plant. Orange, strawberries, bananas, seeds, green beans, peas, corn, and I especially like sunflower seeds. So these veggies come from the seed part of a plant. What else do we have here? Leaves. We do eat the leafy part of a plant. Can we see? Lettuce, spinach, Brussels sprouts, my favorite, and cabbage. I hope everyone's getting nice fresh fruits and vegetables at home, and we even eat the root part of a plant. If you like carrots, onions, potatoes, and radishes, these are all root vegetables. The part that we eat grows under the ground. So as we start learning more about plants, it really reminds me that I wish we were in school together to do all these fun things. There's so many fun projects that we can do for the plant unit. So we're going to try to walk you through them at home. Super simple. Start saving your cans. Maybe during the week I'll show you how I make a little planter out of the cans. You'll have to have mommy or daddy or someone at home help you. If we flip the can over, poke little holes, we can paint it all pretty colors if you have paint at home, and we can use that as a planter. We'll be sorting seeds, we'll be measuring plants, we'll be growing herbs on our windowsill, and a bunch of other fun things that we can do to celebrate our plant unit and the start of spring. So right after this video, I'm going to move over to my dining room, and we're going to do a fun little writing activity that's going to help us stay in the lines, and it's going to go right with our plant unit. We're going to divide our lines into 3 parts. We're going to have the dirt, the grass, and the sky. Some letters go up to the sky, some letters stay in the grass, and some letters go down in the dirt. So we're going to do that right after this, and I hope you all have a great day.